Hello. I trust you are doing well by God's grace. And today we have numeracy. Okay, we are still pressing on and adding up to what we learned previously. Okay, in our previous lesson we learned algebraic expressions for area of shapes. Okay, but specifically for today we are going to look at simplifying algebraic expressions. Okay, so by the end of today's lesson we will be able to simplify algebraic expressions. Okay, all right, so let's set the ball rolling for today's lesson. So algebraic expression can be put in simple form by grouping like terms. Okay, can be simplified by what? Grouping like terms. Now like terms are all terms of the same powers and what? Variables. They are all terms with the same powers and variables. Okay, now to simplify algebraic expressions, you must first and foremost what? Group like terms, and then add or and what? Subtract the coefficients of the like terms. Okay, so you first and foremost what? Group like terms. In other words, you group terms that have the same powers and variables. Okay, and then you add and or subtract the coefficients of the like terms. I made it clear to you what coefficient is in our previous lesson. Now let's quickly review that. The coefficient, so for example, we have 5x, we have negative 2y. Okay, so over here 5x. Now 5 is the coefficient of x, negative 2y, negative 2 is the coefficient of y. So in short, when you have what? A variable, a number attached to a variable, or a number before a variable, as you can see on the board, it means that number is the coefficient of the variable or the letter. Okay, so if you have 2q, 2 is the coefficient of q. If you have 3 a, 3 is the coefficient of what? A. All right, so let's get back to our grouping of like terms. So only like terms can be added or subtracted to make a simple term under algebraic expressions. Okay, so when you are simplifying, the first thing that you must bear in mind is what? Only like terms, only terms that look alike can be what? Added or subtracted to get a simple term. Now let me just give this scenario. For instance, if you have quite a number of fruits in a basket, let's say you have 3 different kinds of fruits. We have mangoes, you have oranges, you have apples, and you are asked to give the quantity of each of the fruits. Quantity of oranges in the basket, the quantity of mangoes, the quantity of apples in the basket. I believe strongly you first and foremost group them separately. Okay, you group the mangoes at one side, the apples at one side, and the oranges at one side in order to get what? The quantity of each of them. Okay, so we are going to use the same knowledge and the same concept over here to simplify algebraic expressions. So let's look at our first example. Okay, so for instance, if we have our first example, let's say we have 3x plus 9y plus 2x minus 4y. Okay, so as I said, the first method that you must put in place in solving an algebraic expression or simplifying algebraic expression, you must first and foremost group like terms. Only like terms can be what? Added or subtracted. Okay, so even this, for instance, 3x plus 9y cannot be added because they have different variables. Okay, so before you can add or subtract these, you must group like terms. Okay, so that we can subtract or add. Okay, now let's group like terms over here, meaning terms of the same powers and what? Variables. So you have what? 3x over here as for our first term. Okay, so we look through to see terms with x, the same variable, and we have what? 2x, so plus 2x. So we are done with what? The end. Sorry, 2x. Okay, 2x. So we are done with what? The x terms. Okay, then move on to the y. So plus 9y minus 4y. I believe you are clear with it. So I just want to just tell you something brief over here. Now, when you are grouping lightens, you must also group them alphabetically. Okay, so I believe that alphabetically X comes before Y. So over here you could see that we brought the X values before it, or the X terms before it in Y terms. So in an expression where you have what A and B, you bring the A first before the B. If you have, let's say, P and Q, you make sure that you bring what the P first before the Q in that order. Okay, I believe you are clear with it. And then if you have what any other alphabet that you could mention, okay, K and L, make sure that you bring what the K first before what the L. I hope you are clear with it. All right, so let's quickly move on. So we've been able to group lightens. So our first group lightens. From there we can easily what add and subtract. Why? Because we have what terms that look alike. We have 3x plus 2x. You can add. We have 9y minus what 4y. You can easily subtract. Okay. So 3x plus 2x gives us what? So as I said, that way after grouping the lightens, you add a coefficient. So what is the coefficient of x? 3. Thank you. So 3 is a coefficient of what? X. Here 2 is a coefficient. So let's add a coefficient. So you have 3 plus 2 gives us what? 5. That's correct. Thank you very much. So 5. Then from there you just attach the x to it. So therefore 3x plus 2x gives us what? 5x. I believe you are clear with it. So 3x plus 2x gives us what? 5x. And let's move on to the other thing. We have 9y minus 4y. So 9 minus 4 gives us what? 5. Correct. So therefore 9y minus 4y will give us what? 5y. So right here we can't simplify any further because they don't look alike. We don't have the same power and the same variable. These are different variables altogether. We have what x and y. So this is our final answer. So this is a simple term for this expression. Okay. So the simple term for this expression or include expression y is what 5x plus what 5y. I believe you are clear with this. So now let's quickly move on to our next example. Example 2. Let's say we have 9k, okay, 9k minus 5k plus 8l plus 3k minus 7l. Okay, so 9k minus 5k plus 8l plus 3k minus 7l. So what is the first thing you must do? Thank you. You must first and foremost group lightens first that are the same power and of the same variable. So we have 9k here, 5k here. So right here we have what? 9k minus 5k. Okay. Is there any term with k? Yes, we have 3k. So plus 3k. Then followed by the terms in what? L. So plus 8l minus 7l. Okay. So right here we can easily what? Add and what? Subtract. Okay. So 9k minus 5k will give us what? 9. So let's first and foremost look at only the coefficients of k. Okay. So 9 is the coefficient of k, 5 is the coefficient of k, 3 is the coefficient of k, 8 is the coefficient of what? L. Okay, and then negative 7 is negative 7 minus, okay, this minus attached to this. So negative 7 is the coefficient of what? L. Okay, alright, so this one is negative 5. Sorry, let me just bring your mind back to this. Negative 5 is the coefficient of what? K. Yeah, you cannot say positive. It's positive 3, the coefficient of k, but if a number is standing on its own, as you can see over here, is positive. So 9 over here is a positive figure. So 9 is the coefficient of k. And then negative 5 coefficient of k. So let's move on. So why we can add? So 9 minus 5 gives us what? 4. Thank you. So 4 plus 3 is what? 7. Correct. So therefore 9k minus 5k will give us what? 4k. So 4k plus 3k is what? 7k. Okay, so 7k. So 7k, the whole of this is 7k. Now we have what? 8l minus 7l. 8 minus 7 will give us what? 1. That's correct. So 8 minus 7 is 1. So what about 8l minus 7l? That's correct. It is what? L. L, because when we have what? A number standing on, a variable standing on its own, there is what? An invisible what? 1. We don't normally mention a 1 and then on the variable. For instance, if we have what? A, we don't see what? 1a. We don't write 1a. When you see a variable standing on its own, there's an invisible 1, but we don't write what? The 1. So over here, our final answer will be what? Minus what? L. Minus L. Okay, so the final answer is what? 7k minus L. 7k minus what? L. I believe you are clear with it. Thank you. So this is example 2 for our simplification of what? Algebraic expression. So let's move on to our last example for this. Okay, let's say we have, maybe this may be our last part 1 example. Let's say we have 4x or 4a plus 2b. 4a plus 2b. Then we have 4a plus 2b plus 3a plus 3a plus 5b. So we are supposed to what? Group like terms. Okay, so let's quickly group like terms. Wow, that's great. So we have what? 4a over here. Each other term plus 3a plus 2b plus 5b. Okay. All right. So from there we can easily what? Add after grouping like terms. So let's add. So 4 plus 3 will give us what? 7. So therefore 4a plus 3a will give us what? 7a. Then we have 2b plus 5b. 2b plus 5b will give us what? Also 7b. So these are final answer. So therefore the simplest form of this expression is what? 7a plus 7b. You can't simplify further because the terms over here do not look alike. I believe you are clear with it. Now let's take our last example and then we'll call it a day. Okay, so let's say we have example 4. We have just give a brief one. Okay. Okay, let's say we have negative 12q. Okay, negative 12q. Let me just take this one so that we bring a constant number to it. Okay, a constant number to it. Let's say we have just give me a few minutes. Okay, we have 12 plus x, okay, minus 4 plus 3x minus 4y. All right, so we have 12 plus x minus 4 plus 3x minus 4y. Now over here we have what? A constant number, which is negative 4, okay, minus 4. Okay, so in doing this you must group the letters first before you bring what? The number at the latter part. Okay, so we have what? We group, let's group like terms. So we have our x over in this x. So x is a constant number. Okay, it is constant. Okay, the value does not change. I made it clear to you the other time that they have fixed value. The value does not change, they remain the same. So 12 over here. So always when you are grouping like terms and there's a constant number, group the terms with the variables first before, so you bring the number at the latter part. Okay, so you have what? X. Is there any x value again? Yes. Yes, or 3x plus 3x. There's an invisible one over here. You should bear in mind. Okay, invisible means what? Something that cannot be seen, right? So x plus 3x. Is there any x value? No. You move on to what? Y. So minus what? Is minus 4y or negative 4y. So you bring up 4y. Okay, if it is plus, you bring plus here, so it's minus, so minus 4y. Then from there, is any term with y? No, we have what 12, so plus here, there's no this, so it's plus. There's no sign, operation sign, the number is sign on it, so it means plus, so plus 12, and then what? Minus 4, okay, negative 4. Alright, so now now we are done grouping lighting, so from there we can easily what? Add and subtract, okay? So x plus 3x give us what? Good, 4x, yes, 4x, because there's an invisible one over here, one that cannot be seen. So when a variable is standing on it, so it's what? 1 and then the variable, okay? So x over here, so x plus, so 1 plus 3 is what? 4. So therefore x plus 3x gives us what? 4x. Okay? Now we have what? Negative 4y. Then there is no term that can be added. So negative 4y this one. And then here we have what? Positive 12 minus 4. So 12 minus 4 will give us what? Good. 8. So 12 minus 4 is what? 8. So over here we can't add or subtract. We cannot subtract because the terms over here are different, okay? They don't look alike. This 4x, this negative 4y, and negative x. Negative 8. The numbers are not little constant, okay? So 4 is the coefficient of x, negative 4y is the coefficient of y, and then this one is a fixed number, okay? Constant figure. The value remains the same. Alright, so I believe you are clear with these examples. So on this note, we call it a day. So I wish you guys all the best, and an insight on assignment we're giving regarding the lesson. All right, so all the best. Bye bye.